Okay, Bala.
Okay, sir. Thank you. A very good morning to all the participants of today's national webinar. Myself, Bala Hussain Reddy, who is working as a senior scientist at RARS Tirupati and also the PA of ANGRAU Poshan Incubator. So, India actually, is presiding the G20 summit for the this year, especially from December 22 to the coming November, the end of November 23. So, in view of this, actually, the Ministry of Agriculture has asked the agriculture institutes, especially the incubators, to do some of the side events in view of this program. So on behalf of the Agriculture University and then our Agri-Business Incubator and the Archive Raftar scheme of the Ministry of Agriculture, we are organizing a series of webinars on some concepts and some themes, especially this organic farming and then sustainable development, and then the other one is millets, promotion of the millets thing. So there are some certain concepts which are given by the Ministry of Agriculture. So as a part of this one, today we are organizing this national webinar, and I'm welcoming the beloved Associate Director of Research, Dr. P. Rashekar sir, who will be the chairman of this national webinar. Welcome, sir. As well as I am also welcoming on behalf of our incubator as well as the Agriculture University, Dr. Bora sir from UAS GKVK, Bangalore, for accepting our invitation and then accepting as the expert for the today's webinar as a speaker. And I also welcome all the students and then the participants of this program. So I request our beloved Associate Director of Research to give his introductory remarks for this national webinar. Thank you, sir. Now it is over to you.
Thank you, Bharat Reddy. So good morning, everybody. So very warm welcome to this webinar. So we are conducting a series of webinars for the benefit of scientists, entrepreneurs, students. Likewise, for any means, we are trying to organize these webinars on the latest issues. So recently we had such a webinar on millets in diet. So in that series, we are going now organizing a webinar on organic farming opportunities and challenges. So this is the topic we have selected. So as you are aware, so we are moving towards slowly towards our traditional system, that is the organic cultivation. So far we are intensively cultivating all the fields. So, but realizing the importance of organic system in our modern agriculture, again we are thinking of reverting back to the organic farming. So many ill effects we have noticed because of overuse and abuse of fertilizers, pesticides, etc. So which have contaminated most of our water sources, soil sources, and that contamination slowly creeping into the mankind, then all other animals, and that ill effects reflecting in terms of lower immunity levels, cancer, so many health issues we are now seeing. So based on all these things, and most importantly, we have to go for a sustainable system. So there is a lot of debate whether we should completely move to organic or it may result in some adverse effects, the lower yields like that. So we are contemplating, but I think this is the right time. We should have some system of organics also along with our modern methods. So if you say this is practiced, this organic farming in 187 countries and 72 million hectares was under this organic cultivation, and 3.1 million farmers were into this organic system. So such is the thing. So if you see the most agriculture land also, so apart from India, we got major countries like Australia, then Argentina, Spain, So they are also in a large areas. Australia, if you see, almost 35 million hectares, and Argentina 3.63 million hectares, Spain 2.35 million hectares. So like this, a lot of area is going into this organic farming, and also for these products also throughout this see globally also the global sales of organic food and health drinks almost reached 106 billion euros in the year 2019. So you can see how much organic farmland has been increased, and also it has been reported that 1.1 million hectares has been added worldwide, and also organic retail sales have been also on increase. So that shows this many of our farmers are dedicated to organic agriculture, and also organic activities are giving a boost by government alike, and so many people also venturing this organic through collection of wild genotypes, traditional genotypes, etc. So if you see the reasons also for organic farming in India and elsewhere, so I told you already this is a profitable venture. So in some cases for organic foods, we are getting a higher price also, higher premium price, and also resulting in higher profitable also because of this higher sale prices. As I told earlier, if you convert completely to organic farming, there is a concern that our production may go down, and we have to feed a lot of people. So in order to balance between that, slowly some portion of our modern land can be converted into organic farming, so that there will not be any abrupt unbalance in the system. Similarly, we are now facing a lot of pollution issues and other things. So to some area, if you go into the organic farming, there will be a clean and green environment also, which is equally important for sustainable causes. Not only for this generation, there will be several generations coming into this universe. After our extension also, so many people will be having there. So we have to leave them a clean and green environment, a sustainable environment. For that also, we have to think in terms of organic. Similarly, I told you there is a lot of health issues nowadays. The recent pandemic also, corona, wherein lower immunity levels was a major concern. So such immunity levels also we can boost up through organic. So we can take a clean food, balanced food without any toxic materials going to our body. So depending on these things, many of our farmers' livelihood also depend on agriculture. So the small farmers, marginal farmers, they are much interested with lower investment in this particular agriculture because of huge escalating costs in crop production nowadays. So that gives a alternative for lower investment in case of agriculture. So taking all these account, I think now it is a right time to contemplate and discuss the organic farming. So we should also discuss what is the opportunities and challenges also, what are the problems we are facing. So I think now our expert member also, Boraga, US Bangalore, will give a detailed talk on this. We will elaborate on all these aspects. And at the end, you can raise your queries, doubts, etc. to the member. So I think this is very apt and useful topic for all of us in this recent past. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I think we'll have a good session. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your thought-provoking remarks, introductory remarks, especially while mentioning the opportunities that we are having for organic farming in our country. Of course, by default, Indian farming was organic till 1950s, but maybe because of nutritional security that and all, there was a shift from organic to inorganic. So as you mentioned, there is a immense opportunity, sir, as well as of course, there are so many challenges from both the point of view on the production side as well as in the marketing side. So I think thank you very much, sir, for your great introduction. And then the expert, today's expert, Dr. Boire sir, will I think We'll address all the aspects related to the organic farming for the benefit of the participants today. And I request our team members to kindly introduce Dr. Bora sir to the members. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Myself, Dr. M. Naresh Reddy, Business Manager, ANGRAU Poshan Incubator. It's my pleasure to introduce our today's eminent speaker, Dr. B. Bora sir. So, Dr. B. Bora sir is a professor and coordinator of Research Institute and Research Institute on Organic Farming, University of Agriculture Sciences, GKVK, Bangalore. Sir has done PhD in agronomy, and Sir is expertise in organic farming, integrated farming system, and farm management, farm budgeting, cropping system, livestock management, etc. Sir has also published 26 journal articles and one book. And Sir has participated and presented his research in several national and international conferences also. Bora sir has 47 citations and 11,733 reads in Google Scholar and Scopus ID. And Sir is also expert resource person in organic farming to 24 states. So with this brief introduction, I request Dr. Bora sir to please throw some light of knowledge on organic farming to our exciting audience, sir. So thank you, sir. Now I request eminent speaker Dr. Bora sir to take over the session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to all. Today, of course, welcome to the webinar on organic farming opportunities and challenges for agri startups. Sir, already earlier, sir, has told, of course, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of organic farming and all. So he explained in detail about organic farming and advantages. So here today we will discuss about so what are the opportunities are there and what are the challenges in organic farming. Of course, this organic farming is not new to our India or our nation. So these practices are followed in ancient or our earlier. So this is, of course, so how this organic farming is emerged. So during of course, in earlier days, in Rigveda and Atharveda, this organic farming is not organic farming. There's a farming is practiced. So that some of the manuals are used in earlier days. They are mentioned in different Vedas, that is Rigveda and Atharveda, and also some of the our epics are there. Two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, also they are mentioned on organic farming. Today we will discuss on so important. I am not elaborating entire organic farming. Of course, in 45 minutes we will discuss about so what are the what is organic farming, whether the organic farming is need our nation, and also so what are the opportunities are there and challenges we are facing in nowadays. So this organic farming was coined by, of course, Lord Northbourne in 1940s. So earlier days, the organic farming is there. Then, so what is made by organic farming? So organic means an ecological management production system that promotes and enhances biodiversity, biological cycles, and soil biological activity. So this is more concentrating on soil health, environment, and also our health. So the British botanist Sir Herbert Howard is a father of modern organic agriculture in India. So he is the person father of organic agriculture. So Sir has told our traditional Indian farming practices as superior to the conventional agriculture. So whatever the practices we are nowadays we are following, so those practices they are not more than this organic farming. So some of the historical background on organic farming. So you see, the concept of organic is not alien to India. So some of the I told you know in Ramayana these manuals are mentioned in Ramayana. What they mentioned, all dead things or rotting corpse or stinking garbage returned to earth are transformed into wholesome things that nourish life. Whereas in Mahabharata, they mentioned the Kamadhenu, the celestial cow and its role on human life and soil fertility. Kautilya Artha Shastra here also mentioned manures like oil cake, excrete of animals. You see, so this farming or organic farming is not new to our Indian conditions. So earlier days, they were mentioned in different epics as well as in some of the important personalities. So in Brihat Samhita, they were mentioned. So how to choose manures for different crops and methods of manuring. So during that day, Varahamira is mentioned in his Brihat Samhita. So manures. Whereas in Rig Veda, mentioning organic manure in Rig Veda during 2500 and 1500 BC, and green manure in Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda also mentioned green manures. So it is stated that to cause healthy growth, the plant should be nourished by dungs of goat, sheep, cow, water, as well as the meat. You see, so this organic farming is not new. So it is a olden practices. Our ancestors are followed this organic farming. In Quran also mentioned at least 1/3 of what you take out from soils must be returned to it, implying recycling or post-harvest residue. So by all these things, by seeing all these things, this farming or organic farming is not new to our Indian condition. So this is a olden tradition. Our ancestors are following this practice. So now, what is organic farming? So nowadays, in recent years or in recent days, everyone talking about organic farming. What it means? So in different persons or different scientists or in different books, they're telling so in a different in sense. So this is the IFO, International Federation of Organic movements, agricultural movements. In this, it is a well-known certification agency. So here I mentioned organic agriculture is a production system that sustain the health of soil, ecosystem, and people. You see that sustain the health of soil, ecosystem, and people. So these are all 3 persons. So in and around this organic farming workouts. So it relies on ecological processes, biodiversity, and cycles adapted to local conditions, rather than the use of inputs with adverse effects. Organic agriculture combines traditions, so as mentioned in different Vedas as well as in epics, then innovation. So whatever the innovations our earlier persons have made, and science. So it both tradition, innovation, and science to benefit the shared environment and promote fair relationships and a good quality of for all involved. So those who are involved in practicing organic farming, so these are the important things they have taken into account. So as per Codex Alimentarius Commission, so these are the important agencies to explain this organic farming. The organic in Codex Alimentarius Commission mentioned organic agriculture is a holistic production management system which promotes and enhance agroecosystem, including biodiversity, biological cycle, and also soil biological activity. So all these definitions, what it says, so it is so maintaining or maintaining or improving the biodiversity, biological cycles, as well as soil biological activity. So next, so why we need organic? Whether organic is essential to our country, is it required, or what does it mean? So just need of organic agriculture. So to address, so why we need organic farming? So to address food security in feasible and sustainable manner. Of course, so I am not explaining about ill effects of this modern agriculture. Just here I am sensitizing on organic farming only. I am not so telling about all. Of course, all of you know. So what are the ill effects of conventional agriculture and all? Here, just I am sensitizing on organic farming. So address the food security that is in feasible and sustainable manner. Next, so if you follow this organic farming, what happens? The clean and green environment. So if you follow this farming to strike balance between the environment and the livelihood becomes immensely important due to the risk caused by conventional agricultural practices. So here, whatever the ill effects of conventional agriculture practices that can be overcome by practicing these organic farming practices. Next, soil organic composition. So we can improve the soil health by adapting these organic farming practices. So here, so by practicing these to reduce the risks of human health, of course, you know, sir has mentioned. So nowadays we are last year back and also this year, so we are affected with corona. So all these things because due to some of the whatever the immune system we acquired by taking this food, so that immune system is reduced by taking food from obtained from conventional agriculture system. To avoid or overcome those problems, we can practice this organic farming. So here, so whether organic farming is applicable to all the situation or all the farming system, or where we can adapt this organic farming, that is most important. So if in future slides we will explain regarding all those things. So next, so for Agristartups, those who are of course entrepreneurs are there, some of the students are there. So where we are in what is the production or marketing is available for organic products. So this is world scenario of organic agriculture. So organic farmland is 74.9 million hectares. So which are the important countries practicing these organic farming? So Australia, followed by Argentina and Uruguay. So these are the top 3 countries having more organic farmland. So whereas in India, of course, India is having more number of organic producers. India. So from this, in the 2 in Asian countries, India, Ethiopia, Tanzania. So these are the important countries. So they're having more number of organic producers. Here you see. Whereas in you see organic farmland and organic producers. Whereas in where we have organic markets, so USA is the topmost among the country, followed by Germany and France. So these are the important countries having more markets for organic products. So among this one, organic agriculture is practiced in 197 countries with 74.9 million hectares. They are organically managed by 3.4 million farmers. So 3.4 million farmers practiced in 74.9 million hectares. This is all over across the world. So this is the top 10 countries in terms of largest certified organic area in the world. So of course, sir has mentioned this Australia is the number 1 having more area, so 35.69 billion hectare, followed by Argentina, Spain, USA, India. Among these 10 countries, there are 2 countries, the Asian countries, India and China, having more area. There is 2.3 and 2.2 million hectares area among these countries. So this is the, of course, the growth of agricultural land. So as we mentioned, nearly 74.9 million hectare area in organic farmland. So with a growth rate of 1.5%. So 0.58 during 2009, 0.8% growth rate. Whereas in 2019, the growth rate increases from 0.8 to 1.9. So this is boon for those who are they are get into this one. They want to start a startup in marketing. This is the one of the important avenue for starting startups. Whereas in so you see here India is the highest organic producers. That is 1.36 or 1.36 million farmers practicing organic farming in India, followed by Uganda, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Thailand. So these are most of the Asian countries having more organic organic producers compared to these Western countries. America having highest market area, followed by Germany and other. So this shows that, of course, we have more opportunity for producing organic produce, and also we can export. So those who are interested in organic startups, you can think about this marketing of organic produce. So what is the present scenario of organic farming in India? Of course, India holds a unique position among 190 countries practicing organic agriculture. Of course, so it covers 30% of total organic producers in the world, India. Whereas in having in India 2.8 million hectare area, which accounts for 2% of net sown area in the country. So India ranks 8th position in terms of organic agricultural land, and first in terms of total number of producers. That is 1,41,904 farmers they are practicing, or 1.41 million farmers they are practicing this organic farming in India. So among India, so what are the states having highest area? So these are the important states. Madhya Pradesh having 4.9%, Rajasthan 2%, whereas in Maharashtra having 1.6% of area in India. So whereas in smaller states like Meghalaya, Mizoram, Uttarakhand have more than 10% of area. So in India, Sikkim is having 75,000 acres to organic production. In, of course, this Sikkim is declared as a organic state during 2016. So in organic farming, so what are the important states? So these are Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Karnataka. So these are the important states having highest area in organic production. So this is state-wise organic production in the year 2020-21. Already I mentioned Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, and Kerala. So these are the important states having more area and organic farming. So from those states, so what are the producers? We are producing under organic farming. So these are the important producers. So what are the producers? So oil seeds, fiber, sugar crops, cereals and millets, spices and condiments, pulses, medicinal plants, products, fresh fruits and vegetables. So beverages like tea, coffee, and also these are dry foods and also. So these are all the products produced under organic production. So these are all the crops. Some of the crops among these they exported to other countries, European and American countries. So you see, India is of course 3.49 million tons of certified organic produced from India. So what are the products? Processed food, oil seed, sugar beet, sugar cotton, all these products produced in the in India. So next, of course, so these are all important statistics on this one, organic farming. The what are the objectives? Why I am putting here in objectives here is because, of course, so this what are the objectives? The objectives in organic farming is produce food with higher nutritional quality. Then work with natural system. So we can work with, if you practice organic farming, you work with natural system. By practicing natural system, maintaining and increase soil fertility. So by practicing all these things, we will maintain the soil health. Then use renewable resources as far as possible. So in organic farming, so whatever renewable resources are there, so wind energy, solar energy, we can use those energies in organic farming practices. So avoid pollution in organic farming. Just we can reduce the pollution. Then wider social and ecological impact of farming system. So here we can practice integrated farming system, or wider we can connect with people with plants, people with crops, people with animals. So we can we are together, plants, soil, as well as animal and human beings will work together. So hello, satisfaction to agriculture produce. This is most important. So while doing all these things, so we can satisfy. So whatever the produce we are producing under organic farming, we will satisfy by practicing all these practices. So those who want to start startups in organic farming. So these are all the objectives. These objectives can be converted into in startup mode. So here how to start in these practices we will see, and also some of the principles. So what are the principles? Of course, if you follow these objectives, so in organic farming, so you have to maintain these principles. You have to follow these principles. What are the principles? Of course, health, ecology, fairness, and care. What is health? Of course, organic agriculture should sustain and enhance the health of soil, plant, animal, human, and planet as one and individual. So if you maintain the soil health, we can maintain soil, plant, animal, human health. Whereas in ecology, so it should be based on living ecological systems and cycles, work with them. Then the fairness, how fairness work out in this one organic farming, you should build on relationships that ensures fairness with regard to common environment and life processes. So how care will taken care in this organic farming? You should be managed in a precautionary manner to protect the health and well-being of current and future generations and the environment. So we can maintain the soil present condition that should be we can maintain for future generation. So so those are all the principles and objectives. How to overcome those, how to practice those principles. So these are the different components can be adapted in the organic farming. So by adapting these practices, we can maintain soil health, ecology, care, and fairness. So what are the components? So these are of course, these are the components in organic farming: vermicompost, a green leaf manure, crop rotation, and biological maintenance of practices, then animal husbandry, biofertilizers, so manures. We can, so these are all the different components practiced in organic farming. So these different components are important to maintain the soil health, of course, ecology, then fairness and care. Those who are here also, you can start startups in. You can think in this line. So vermicompost, of course. So how to produce vermicompost? What are the species? Recommended for vermicompost. Then green leaf manures. So what are the, so nowadays, of course, most of the farmers, they are asking, so where worms are available? Of course, in our soil, in present conventional agriculture, we can't find this one earthworms. So by following organic farming, so we can find earthworms. So most of the farmers, they are asking for multiplying these earthworms. So you can start good startups in production, and also linking up producers and also buyers in vermicompost. Whereas in green leaf manure also, crop rotations also, you can give some of the tips for those who are interested in organic farming. So this is important component for startups. So what are the benefits we are getting from if you follow the organic farming? So in organic, if you produce the any produce, that should the product will be the better taste and also more nutrition. That these the produce from this one organic farming that reduces the pesticides and also chemical residues in soil. Then by following this, encourage biodiversity. So we can improve the biodiversity by following this organic farming practices. Long-term sustainability, of course, improve the soil or increase the or enhance the soil sustainability by following different practices in organic farming. Reduces erosion and better water management practices, and consumes less energy in organic farming practices. So what are of course organic farming we are nowadays we are practicing. What are the options in organic farming? So some of the farmers, they are practicing pure organic farming. What does it mean? It involves the use of organic manure. So most of the farmers, they are asking, or some of the farmers, they are practicing pure organic farming. What does it mean? It involves the use of organic manures and biopesticides with the complete avoidance of inorganic chemicals and pesticides to obtain the purest form of product from the most natural ingredients. Though this is called as a pure organic farming. Whereas in integrated green revolution farming, so here the basic trend of, so in green revolution, of course, you know what is happened in the green revolution. So in basic trends of green revolution, such as intensive use of external inputs, increased irrigation, development of high yielding varieties and hybrids, and mechanization of labor is retained. But much greater efficiency on the use of these input is obtained to limit damage to the environment and human health. Some of the farmers, no, I am not using pure organic farming. Some of the farmers, they are following this one. Okay. So these are the different options. So those who are interested, they can follow. So these are the practices. Then integrated organic farming. What does it mean? It means integrating techniques aimed at achieving ecological requirements and economic demands, such as integrated pest and nutrient management. And also here you can include integrated farming system. So what are the, of course, we are our objectives we discuss, components of organic farming we discuss, and what are the principles we have discussed. Then what are the prospects of organic farming, that too in India? Of course, so this is, of course, this is the map of India. So here, this wherever this shows red dots, the area affected by intensive agriculture. Here, most of the farmers they are following intensive agriculture or conventional method of agriculture. So here, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So these are the by default. So these areas, the green dots are there, no? So this is by default they are practicing organic farming. So in remaining, of course, so other area we can convert to organic wherever. So whoever interested for practicing organic farming, so those who can practice organic farming in this area. Of course, in northeastern states, so government has announced Sikkim is the first state, first organic state in India. So likewise, so these are the opportunities in organic farming practices. Whereas the aspects in drylands, according to estimate made by Integrated Rural Development in 2001, 1/6 of dryland farmers in India use chemical inputs. So you see, so most of our Indian situations having drylands. So here, in 1/5 of dryland farmers in India using chemicals. Rest they rely on manure and so rest can be used as a land for cultivation of organic farming practices. So here also we have a good scope for practicing organic farming practices. Then, so addition of organic matter is a cornerstone of organic farming practices. It is important. So addition of organic matter is an important factor for maintaining soil health. Will not only improve the physical condition of these dryland soils, but also greatly improve their ability to supply balanced plant nutrition. So whatever the manure is added, organic manure is added to the soil that supply organic matter, that improves the soil health as well as maintain the productivity of soil. What are the opportunities in organic farming? Of course, so these are the opportunities. Supporting soil health. When we practice this organic farming, it supports soil health. So we can practice rotations. What are the rotations? Of course, you know, so cereals followed by pulses. So then we can follow the rotation crops. Then cover crops. What are all the cover crops? Of course, so leguminous crops. Some of the fast growing crops, that sannam, cowpea, so diancha. So wherever the crops grow now, so related to that, we can grow different cover crops that reduces the weed population as well as that improves the soil fertility, that outboards the microbial population. Whereas in carbon sequestration, of course, we can follow these. We can sequester enrich the soil with carbon. Of course, nowadays we are talking about the carbon dioxide or carbon mass increases in the environment. So that creates pollution. So that whatever the carbon dioxide released to the environment, that can be sequestered to the soil. So next, so these are all regarding opportunities and challenge. This one. Then so what are the any standards are there? Certifications agencies are there in organic farming. Of course, we have good number of certification agencies, regulatory agencies for certifying organic products in India. So here two methods are there for certification. One is a participatory guarantee system, that is a PGS system in India. So this is the domestic for domestic market. This is the certificate agency certify the products. So this is the logos of both the blue, this one red one. So where veg and non-veg products they mentioned this red dots and green dots. So then one logo is 2017 they introduced Jaivik Bharat logo on organic products. This is the Indian coined word for Jaivik Bharat. logo. So some of the important certification agencies. So IFO, International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movement, then regulations EEC, then Codex Elementary Commission guidelines. So this is for, of course, this is for France. So this is National Organic Program, NOP for USA. So different countries, they have formulated different regulations or certification agency in their countries. But in Japan, JAS, Japanese Agriculture System, JAS. Whereas in India, National Program for Organic Production, NPOP, is the certification agency in India. So these are the certification different, both private as well as public sectors having certifications agencies, Indosart, EcoSart, OneSart, SGS. So these are the different IMO. So these are the certification agencies. So next we'll move on to, so what are the important government initiatives to promote organic farming in India? So Government of India has introduced this one now, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, PKVY. So this issued a soil management, soil health management of in the project National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. They introduced to help the farmers in cluster manner. So here they will give 50,000 per hectare for 3 years is provided, out of which 62% is given as incentive to farmer towards organic inputs. Government has initiated or giving incentives for practicing this organic farming. So other, of course, one more initiative by government, National Mission on Oilseeds and Oil Palm, NMOOPP. So here also they have provided incentives for those who are practicing this organic farming, and also Mission Organic Value Chain Development for Northeastern region. So this is for Northeastern region, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, all those states. So these are the this is the project they have initiated for providing the incentives. So next, so this is all. So what are the challenges? So this is most important in organic farming. So what are the challenges in organic farming? So one is high cost of organic inputs. So farmers, most of the buyers, they are not affordable in buying these organic products. Then insufficient marketplace for organic products. So for organic, so those who are in organic farming, there is no systematic market or organized market for selling those is products. Whereas in organic farming, low yield and tiny price. So that is why farmers are not practicing. So they are not getting the good price for. And also the yield in initial periods are lower than conventional farming. Then inconvenience of using organic techniques. Of course, so there are good number of practices are there. They are not fully practiced in the field. Then higher production risk. So your cost of cultivation is higher during the initial years. So the risk involved in organic production is higher. Whereas unavailability of consolidated land. Of course, the Indian condition, the fragmented land is there in India, of course. So there, by following these practices, it's difficult to practice in Indian conditions. So these are the important challenges in organic farming practices. We can overcome these problems. Definitely, we can follow these organic farming practices where and the crops which are suitable for organic farming. So these are the important, of course, other problems. There are challenges. So these are the other challenges in organic farming. So of course, so those are some of the limitations are there. So what are the limitations? Of course, Indian, yeah, I told you, small land holdings, food infrastructure facilities, lack of technology knowledge, conversion from inorganic to organic is a major problem. The neighboring farmer will cooperative. So if one farmer practicing this organic farming, neighbor farmer, they are not willing to practice this one farming system. The organic materials such as animal dung and other crop waste used for fuel purpose. So most of the farmers, they use the animal dung as a fuel, and the material used for this organic farming is a bulky in nature. So for difficult to store, and so those are all high prices. So biocontrol agents are available only few selected insect pests. So not entire for pest control is one of the problem in farming system. So higher human population of India. So here we're thinking Indian population is nearly 138 to 139 crores. So whether this organic farming is sustain those population or feed those population. It is a big question. So by overcome all these problems, so these limitations can be taken as a perspective. So this is a boon for environmental safety. Of course, every farming or every having its setback or drawbacks. So we can overcome these. So it is if yield is one part, then we will take it into other factor taken into consideration. It is a boon for environmental sustainability. So organic farming is a solution to reduce problems caused by conventional agriculture for the environment. Major impacts of organic farming on sustaining the health of soil, farmers' income, and on the environment. So the farmers in India prefer to grow traditional varieties of cereals and vegetables for their own consumption due to their own preferred state and a traditional reliance on chemical fertilizers. Sustained livelihood organic agriculture practices should be implemented to enhance the natural productive basis. So these are the groundwater pollution arising through herbicide, pesticide, runoff, so etc. can be alleviated through organic agriculture. It is a widely practiced farming by recycling all the waste all over in the farm that can be converted into compost. So final thing, so I can conclude these organic farming. It is a best out with a lot of potential to produce all varieties of organic products due to its various agroclimatic region and traditional knowledge. The export market potential in organic is also increasing in recent past. So organic farming to meet food security needs will not be sufficient to meet the food needs of more than 1 billion people. Of course, so by supplying food from the organic farming cannot meet the entire population of our country. So those who are affordable to take this are those who are so keen interest in practicing this organic farming. So they can practice the organic farming practices. So these practice overcome constraints and identify the prime areas and potential hotspot to produce organic products will help India emerge as a good exporter of organic products and increase farm net returns. To combine a sustainable production system to meet food security needs of India with a healthy environment. So this is the important factors. So Mahatma Gandhi has told organic farming is based on nature can provide everyone's need, but not for greed. So it is a good quote mentioned by Mahatma Gandhi. Of course, it provides everyone's need, but not for greed. So to see, so that's all. If you have any questions or any queries or any suggestions, yes, we will discuss. Thank you, sir. Any questions? Balu says, sir. Balu,
Sir.
any
Sir,
question?
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now it is open for discussion. I request the participants to put any queries regarding the organic farming. So you can stop sharing the
Good
screen,
morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Myself, Krishna Reddy from Agriculture College, sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, so how much time it will take to increase the organic carbon content in the organic farming, sir? At least 0.5 to 1.
Yeah. So that too, depending on the situation, the type of material, organic material you added to the soil, sir. So in normal sense, so minimum 3 years required for from inorganic to organic. So that too, so 3 situations are prevailing, sir. So type of practices they have followed earlier. So that means if farmer practicing entirely depending on inorganic fertilizers, that will take more time for maintaining organic carbon for 0.5 to 1%. So if so they are maintaining or they are practicing integrated farming system, of course, less time for maintaining 0.5 to 1%. Sir. So depending on the practices they have followed earlier, so that influence on maintaining organic carbon, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, this is organic farming. If we discuss now, it takes 1 or 2, 3 days. So in a short period, I can explain what are the opportunities and challenges in organic farming. So regarding this, if you ask any questions,
Yeah, any questions, sir, from participants? Sir, from my side, actually, I just want to get clarification, sir. So I visited actually Sikkim, sir, Gangtok, somewhere in 2019.
okay.
So by the time, I mean, the state was declared as organic state, and then what I felt, with the informal discussion with the taxi drivers, that and all.
Okay.
So what they feel is the vegetables that are available are at higher end, the price of the vegetables.
Yeah.
So what these people generally do is they will be coming to Bagdogra, I mean, that is the border of the West Bengal.
Okay.
And the airport, that is the only airport to go to Sikkim, sir.
Okay.
So these people, when they were coming to the Bagdogra for dropping the passengers, thing like that, they will be getting the vegetables from there at cheaper price. And then, of course, the check post also they will be checking, but what we say, illegally they are taking the vegetables to Sikkim, sir.
Yeah.
So that actually I noticed during my visit, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
So that could be a problem, sir, if the entire state is converted to organic farming.
Yeah. So it is there, sir. It is there everywhere.
Sir.
That is there. That some of the that is why I told you, no, the fairness. So principles are there, sir. Ecology, fairness and care. Sir, fairness and care, na. So
Yes,
that is a ethical issue, sir. If any person, they want to sell here also. So some of the, if you test those material, no, the lab, good number of labs are there. But in market and all, we can't test that. Okay, na? So that is a ethical issue, sir. In everywhere also it happens, sir.
Yes, sir. But speaking frankly, this organic farming is out of reach of the what you say small and marginal farmers.
Yeah.
Now the fancy farmers, I mean, who are actually coming from the non-farming community, they are taking over this organic farming, and then they are able to do some marketing because of their contacts, or maybe using the social and digital media.
Yeah.
But it's not in the reach of the small and marginal farmers.
Smaller farmers, yes, sir. That is the major problem, sir. So that too that too is software engineers are there, no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they are practicing this one. They are in organic farming now.
Yes, sir.
In Bangalore and Karnataka also, so most of they are non-conventional farmers. They are practicing this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, any startups or any people who want to pose a question to Borai, sir?
Yeah, of course, this is the good opportunity. Those who are in start this one, start a business.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, organic farming is a very good opportunities for those who are in as a entrepreneur.
Okay, sir. So there are no questions. I request the team members to give some formal vote of things. And thank you very much, sir. Borai, sir, from my our university side. Thank you for sparing your valuable time and then accepting this webinar to act as an expert speaker for today's webinar.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. We can share our knowledge and this one, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
First
Yes,
of
sir.
all,
Now I request Santosh Kumar, our business executive, to please propose the formal vote of thanks, sir.
first of all, good afternoon to all are present here. I feel very much privileged to propose the vote of thanks on this national webinar on the eve of India's presidency for G20. I would like to thanks to today's chief guest, Dr. A. Vishnuvardhan Reddy sir, Vice Chancellor, Acharya Enjiranga Agriculture University, for the background support. And also I would like to thanks to Dr. L. Prashanti ma'am, Director of Research, ANGRAU, and Dr. P. Rajshekhar sir, Associate Director of Research, Regional Agriculture Research Station, Tirupati, for their continuous support for making the webinar successful. On behalf of ANGRAU Poshan Incubator, a special thanks to today's eminent speaker, Dr. B. Boraya sir, for such a wonderful and informative session on the organic farming. I am sure that all the participants will greatly benefit from your ideas and opinions from the today's webinar, sir. And once again, I would like to thanks to you, sir, for your prompt response within a short time for making the webinar successful. Also, I would like to thanks to all the scientists and professors from the ANGRAU as well as from the other universities and all the participants for making the national webinar successful. Now, I request all the participants to fill the feedback link which is shared in the chat box. I K. Santosh Kumar, Business Executive from the ANGRAU Poshan Incubator, signing off. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So if you have any questions, yes, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.